The AI landscape in 2026 is crazy. ChatGPT, OpenClaw, Claude, Gemini. You can run through all these different AI tools with all these different capabilities, which is really bringing a lot of attention to AI in crypto. In this video, I am going to go over the top AI tokens in the market, and in 2026, which ones should be in your portfolio. Because in 2024, we had a massive run in AI tokens. A lot of those tokens have actually at this point either stopped developing or they just weren't real projects. They were just kind of coattailing the AI narrative. In this video, I am going to utilize AI to give us the top tokens in the AI sector, and I will go over and really give tangible research on why or why not you should add this to your AI portfolio. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. And as always, guys, be sure to drop down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single day here on In the Game. We have you covered Monday to Friday, everything you need to win in the crypto markets. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors, but we will revisit that here around the middle of the video. Let's just dive right into the main topic today, which is AI. Obviously, if you are on any sort of form of social media or you're just seeing what's happening in the world, it is a real AI arms race out there right now. People are fully automating their businesses with Claude and OpenClaw or utilizing all these different AI tools. And you can see here the global AI industry is projected to reach 1.3 trillion by this year potentially, and then $4.8 trillion by 2030, with a growth rate annually of 25 to 30%. Key drivers include investments in generative AI, cloud infrastructure, and widespread adoption in healthcare, finance, and enterprise software. So that brings us to the AI narrative in crypto. Obviously, in crypto, you can invest in different things like privacy, wallets, DeFi, whatever the case is. But AI is really one of the most intriguing narratives as the real world side of AI starts to grow. Inevitably, there will be some diamonds in the rough whenever it comes to crypto AI projects. But the thing is the landscape has really changed. We're looking at the AI sector here on Nexus, and you can see, the trending coins by volume. You have like Fetch, you have TAO, Story, the IP token. We have Filecoin, Virtual, ICP, and then we can go over to watch lists. And even whenever AI coins started doing their run, my watch list of AI has really changed. And half of these, if not all of them, I have 50 tokens on this list. Maybe at this point in time, I'd have like 5 or 10 on this entire list just based off reputation, or maybe 15 maximum. So it is crazy. A lot of these projects that were really, they on the surface level were looking good in 2024 now really have no appeal to them. So this begs the question. If you're looking to build an AI portfolio in crypto, which tokens should you buy? Well, let's utilize AI. Let's see what they think are the top AI coins, and I will go over every single one of them. And if I think they are, worthy, let's just say, of being in your AI section of your crypto portfolio. And before we dive into all of these different tokens, you can actually trade almost every single one of the tokens that we're going to talk about in this video on Blowfin. And we're actually hosting, alongside our exchange partners at Blowfin, $120,000 prize pool. So if you're not already on board, no KYC, you can trade anywhere and you can register to win your chance at $120,000 in prizes down below. This is a team event. You can see here there's already 45 different teams, and you can see the different awards that are going to be unlocked by the different teams. So check out down below the Blowfin $120,000 trading competition exclusively here on Crypto Banter and on In the Game. Now, let's dive into it. Like I said, my watch list would look a lot different today if I would just, toss it out the window and restart. So what we're going to do, we're going to use AI in this AI token video, and I'm going to see if it is on trend for what's happening in the AI crypto space in 2026. So we're going to use Claude to kind of give us and decipher through the AI crypto sectors. Let's say in 2026, what would you say are the top 10 AI tokens in crypto? Now, let's break all of these down and we'll go over, is this still valid to hold in your portfolio in 2026? And hopefully I don't hurt feelings of any bag holders of specific coins if I don't like any of them. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The top one here, Bittensor TAO. I mean, AI knows what's up. If you've been watching our videos for even the last couple of years, let alone the last few weeks, we've posted multiple times dedicated TAO updates. To me, this is what they say. Claude's on it, man. Claude's the best AI. The undisputed leader of AI crypto with a $3.4 billion market cap. It operates a decentralized network where machine learning models compete to provide computational services rewarded in TAO tokens based on performance quality. So yes, TAO is like an infrastructure where subnets, aka projects, come to build on their infrastructure for a share of the rewards, the mining base of TAO tokens. So look, to me, I mean, TAO is by far what they said, the undisputed leader. And if I had to say, the only must hold in AI, in my opinion, is TAO. Like when I look across the space, a lot of things have changed. And I think that there are some other quality ones. And it's not going to be the only thing on this list that I say, you need to hold this. Like I'm not going to say the other 9 are bad. But I think that this has become the must hold AI token in crypto. So with Bittensor TAO, I think that I agree. The undisputed leader in AI crypto. So Claude has that correct for sure. Number 2, they list Near Protocol. So Near Protocol, they say one of the top AI tokens by market cap, Near is expected to grow rapidly thanks to its fast network, active developer community, and AI-powered features. Well, let's take this to the charts and let's take a look at some of these other tokens. I mean, TAO's a no-brainer. I don't even really need to show that chart, but I will just for reference. But also, let's look at Near Protocol. All right. So as mentioned, we'll pull up TAO. You can see here a lot of good price action over this last month. It's up 25%. And I do agree with Claude. I mean, this is the one that absolutely should be in your portfolio. And if you want to learn more about TAO in depth, I have a lot of videos going over exactly what TAO is. Well, they list number 2 as Near Protocol. So Near Protocol over the course of this year is down 50%. Over the course of the month, it did take also a 25% run. The one thing about this coin is it's fully diluted. So there's no investor unlocks, meaning if you're new to crypto and just looking into AI coins, meaning that pre-investors on this token are done with their early sales. So you're not going to have people who are up 100x coming in and selling this coin on a daily basis because of market unlocks. So that's good. I still do like what's happening at Near Protocol. You can just always do your research, make sure they're active, but Near's not going anywhere. It's one of those that is really strong. When the AI market does move, this thing does very well. I would say, look, it's approved. And I think if you want to hold an AI coin with a strong market cap, this is definitely a good option. But I feel like where the narrative is in 2026, I feel like there's higher upside tokens that more people are wanting to get into over something like Near. So I'm not going to say Near is a bad token because it is not in any circumstance. But I think in 2026, there could be some higher upside / better plays like TAO even though TAO's a higher market cap. I think it probably has more velocity to the upside over the course of the mid to long term. Number 3 is ICP. So this is where I was like, people are probably going to be so mad about this, right? ICP is like one of those coins that is strictly a big time like cult token. The people who hold this coin are like the XRP army. They are like, the Cardano army or whatever the case is. These people love ICP. And look, I think that that's great. You get behind something and you really are with the movement, but you should never marry your bags. And I do feel like a lot of the ICP people out there are just married to this token. And you shouldn't be, right? I think that even like if you love XRP, you need to see, you can't be looking at it through fluorescent lenses all the time. You need to see it clearly. I don't know. I mean, I've never been the biggest fan of ICP. I think that there's better projects out there. ICP is cool. I mean, I think it probably has upside over the course of time. You can see here it did hit $18 in April of 2024. That was when AI coins were really hot. I mean, if you want to join their, ICP community, by all means, I think it has upside. But to me, there's just better tokens. This is like investing into uh like Dash or like Stellar Lumens in 2026. To me, look, I know that this could get me shunned from the ICP people, but to me, there's just better investments out there. Like I think Tao laps ICP from an upside perspective, just everything. The thing about it is though, ICP is probably guaranteed to pump. So like if you want to hold this, you could consider it like an XRP. So this is not me saying anything negative about ICP, but I mean, this is kind of a dinosaur token whenever it comes to the AI sector. Choose what you will. It probably does have upside. I can't say with a straight face that it's a bad token because it's not. But ICP will pump. But I think that there's just better stuff to park your money into. Number 4, Render. So Render used to be probably widely considered the overall best AI token before stuff like Tau really took over that claim, and also Near Protocol as far as market cap goes. But you can see here, Render's a decentralized GPU marketplace connecting users who need 3D rendering and AI computations who have idle GPU capacity. I actually really like Render. Render's still sitting at a reasonable market cap for investment. Render currently at $852 million. It did also go up 12% over the course of this month, a little slower than something like you could see ICP was up 2%, Near Protocol was up 26%. Bittensor TAO were up 25%. Those are the undoubted leaders of AI. So just keep it objective there. ICP was only up 3%. And then Render took an 11% move to the upside this month. I do like Render. I would approve of Render to be in anyone's AI portfolio. If you want to diversify past Tau or Near Protocol, I think Render's a very safe choice. Next one here on the list is artificial super intelligence. So this is like Fetch, Ocean, Singularity, etc. A lot of these coins kind of did this merger into artificial super intelligence. Formed from the merger of Fetch, Singularity, and Ocean Protocol. This alliance focuses on autonomous agents, AI-driven marketplaces, and decentralized data intelligence, one of the most ambitious decentralized AI ecosystems in crypto. But just because it's ambitious doesn't mean it's, this standout investment. And really, ever since this token did a merger, let me just pull this up here. Ever since the merger on this token, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's up quite a bit this month. I don't know. Nothing really excites me about the merger. This thing was up at 90 cents last year, and really ever since then, just really steep fall. But the market's been in a free fall since then. I wouldn't fault you for artificial super intelligence. The volume's really healthy. The dilution's not too bad. It's tradable on almost every major exchange. And it is 3 of the powerhouse crypto AI projects all in one. I would say this is a good fit for an AI portfolio, but I have disliked it ever since the merger. I was up a lot on my position on Ocean, which is one of the merged projects. And when they did this merger, it kind of just made me a little upset because, we all had to consolidate into, or like, move our tokens or whatever the case is. And I didn't really enjoy that. So for me, in a bias perspective, I'm not a fan of ASI, but I think from an investment perspective, I can't tangibly say that it's a bad investment. Obviously, it is up 20% over the course of this month, and it's also up 27% over the course of this week. So absolutely a good project. I would approve of ASI, especially if you just want generalized exposure to AI, and also you're getting multiple products in one. So like the marketing firepower, etc., is kind of combined in that circumstance. Number 6, they have Grass. It's a DePIN protocol from unused internet bandwidth. I don't like Grass. Just straight up, I think that Grass is the most base layer. They just want to extract your data. They want to use your internet power. There's been a lot of skepticism around the Grass token. I would not hold Grass. I also wouldn't run Grass on your devices in 2026. That's just my preference from a security perspective, just everything. I don't think look, the Grass token, it's not a bad product. I could go pull it up here and we'll pull it up on the screen. Let me just get Grass up. We got Grass. So yeah, I'll pull it up just for purposes of we can take a look at the token, but we can see here tokens. We'll share that right now at 38 cents, trading at about $380 million market cap. It's killing it this month, and it does pump quite nicely whenever the market does pump. But it's just one of those. It's a lower market cap, so that's what you're looking at with Grass. Um, I think it's good. It's going to move with the market. It wouldn't be in my personal portfolio. That's just preference for me. And also for me, like I like Render, I like Tao, I like a few of these other big ones. And I don't really want to dive down into these realms because I think last time in the AI cycle, a lot of these coins ended up just absolutely flopping. I don't think that Grass is going to flop. However, I want my AI exposure to be rock solid. So Grass is going to be out. Filecoin, increasingly important in the AI space as the need for decentralized data storage grows for large AI models and data sets. So I like Filecoin, but this is like a Dino coin. Filecoin, Dino coin, you're really banking on previous glory, I think, whenever it comes to Filecoin. And if you don't believe me, we can go ahead and switch back over here to the chart. And you can see over the course of this month, when a lot of these top AI protocols, the ones probably worth holding, right? Tau, Render, ASI, even Grass pumped 80%. You can see Filecoin's down 9% over the month on a month when AI was really one of the key narratives. So this to me, I would not be holding Filecoin in 2026. I wouldn't say run for the hills and never look back, but I think if you're in Filecoin, I definitely would pivot to something else. The next two it lists here are Singularity Net and Ocean, but these merged. So I wouldn't be investing in their individual tokens at this point in time. You can get this exposure, and I would approve of the exposure through artificial super intelligence. The last one here that it points out is Virtual's Protocol. What an interesting one. I mean, Virtual's Protocol at certain points in the market has been almost one of the best AI investments in crypto. It has its moments, right? Where we look at Virtuals, the ecosystem, and they do something really innovative and this thing really comes to life. But when we look at Virtuals Protocol, I don't know what they do never sticks. So over the month, it's up 5%, but you could look at this yearly chart overall from where it started last year. They say it's up 100%, but this got up to 252, trading at 70 cents at this point in time. We can look at the all chart here, got up to almost $5. I think that there's worse investments than Virtuals, but this is such a seasonal investment. When the Virtuals team decides to do something innovative, this coin goes crazy, but they really pivot like every few months away from what they're doing. So I don't know if I'm comfortable holding Virtuals as a proxy in my AI portfolio in 2026. I would probably stick with some of the aforementioned tokens that we'll go and review right now. So if you're enjoying this type of content, guys, where we're going through tons of tokens and kind of deciphering, okay, it's 2026, right? This is not 2021. This is not 2023 or 4, whenever the AI run happened. Things change in crypto. And you have to be willing to adapt. A lot of people on this channel know I was really bullish on crypto gaming, but crypto gaming did not materialize to the level that we thought it could. Could it maybe in the future? Yes, but that's something you have to be able to adjust your investment thesis. That is just mandatory. And a lot of these tokens, Filecoin, Ajax or Ocean, I would just go ASI. Virtuals is a very seasonal play. ICP, that's just like a dinosaur coin. Yes, it moves aggressively sometimes, but I don't know that that would be my top line in AI. Out of these 10 tokens, the ones I would approve of would be Tau, Near, Render, ASI. I would approve Grass. You know, Grass does move nicely if you wanted lower market cap AI, but that's it. I wouldn't be holding Virtual, Ocean, Ajax, Filecoin, ICP. I don't think any of that would be in my 2026 AI portfolio. That's just me. And then to sum it up, Claude says the strongest AI tokens are tied to real infrastructure rather than branding. So Tau, Render, and Fetch, which is ASI, remain the most institutionally credible, while Grass and Virtuals represent the higher risk, higher upside end of the spectrum. I absolutely agree with that. Claude nailed that. Like if you are looking for a little bit riskier of picks, then you could go with something like Grass or Virtuals and be able to have more upside in your AI portfolio. But if you're just looking across the board, just like in the stock market, okay, I want exposure to Palantir, NVIDIA. I want exposure to multiple AI projects, but I don't really want to delve into like this gritty, small market cap penny stock, right? And I think with AI specifically, there will be so many more projects. We saw this in 2024. We're going to see this moving ahead. There will be so many more failures in the crypto AI space than there will be winners. So I think look at your risk tolerance. Like I'm a risky investor, and even myself, I don't want to delve too far down the AI ladder this time around, right? I've seen how this game works. But at the same time, I think looking at tokens like Tau, like Render, like ASI, even Grass, like I said, Grass moves aggressively when the market does go up. I think that that's where you can really place your eggs. And if you're a beginner or new investor in crypto, I would absolutely stick with these top line projects that have been proven to provide gains over time, and their business models are rock solid. They're here to stay, etc. So that's my overview of the AI sector going into 2026. And I'm not really going to take gambles on super small market cap AI. I'm going to really stick my eggs in the top basket. I'm going to size into my best plays rather than spreading myself thin across a lot of things. This is not the alt seasons of past. And I think things will act differently. But what we saw this time around is that Tau, Render, and ASI move very aggressively with the market. And I'm very comfortable having that three, and Claude is too, as a basket of tokens at the top of my AI portfolio. So guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel for more. If you're enjoying the content, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next video. As always, trade responsibly, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.